don't need to be quiet. Hello, good morning. It's Saturday the 6th of March. The small person is talking to her father about inspiration. I have just edited this week's vlog and it's going to be a week, and
Daddy didn't tell us to do that.
Daddy told her to do that. I finished a sock. I don't know if I'll finish the other sock because I'm only at... I've done the gusset increases, so I need to do the heel turn next. Which will be in this colour. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colours to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. No! It's going to be a yellow heel turn. Because that green is just done. So yes, yellow heel turn and... You can't see my finger if it's there. Yellow heel turn and flap. And then 1, 2, 3 colours for the leg. And then red cuff. That's all I've got to do. I don't think I'll finish it today because today is the deadline. Unless I stay up really late and basically just ignore everyone. Anyway, sock 1, done in a week. I'm loving these little pearl bumps on just on the top of the feet and then all the way around for the leg. Yay. I've just edited up to yesterday. Literally yesterday I went, I'm going back to work, and then I didn't come back. So I did well. I'm really good at signing off my vlogs, aren't I? So yes, I am now going to wind up the leftover yarn into one big ball and then work out what I'm doing with it. I don't quite know what I'm doing with it. And hopefully, actually this week's vlog can go live for patrons tonight. Maybe. They could probably go live now, to be honest, as long as by the time I save it. Today, I showed you the hair dye yesterday. I'm going pink and purple. Don't quite know what I'm doing with it, but it's semi-permanent, so it's only hair as well. Yes. So I will show you the process. I don't know if I'll film the entire process, but I'll show you the different stages. But first, export the vlogs, lunch, shower. I think that's it. Okay. We have, wait a minute, he's moving the parrot, post. Careful not to show addresses. I'll open the small one first. This is from the Corner of Craft. I like that Hannah is... I'm going to use some scissors so I can reuse this envelope. I like that Hannah is using paper mailers, which is nice. I quite like it that quite a lot of the people I buy from are using recyclable packaging now. Like Gemma from the Midnight Diary has just found some recyclable mailers. So they're plastic and they've got an extra sealing strip as well, so you can use them again before you... Oh, there we go. I think I bought 4 pins. Yes, I did. 2 pins. 3 pins. Can't actually remember. So, the obligatory burn blend. I have ginger beer, which this will go straight in the to post out pile. Because I have plenty of tea, I don't need any more tea bags. And then I have, she's got a little rainbow washi tape. What is going on with the focus right now? Anyway, so in this little parcel, I have let's go make a cup of tea. Let's go make a cup of tea with locking stitch mark, locking pin back, which is new. And then in this one, yes, I've got one of these is a second, but I can't work out. I think the cup of tea one is a second. And then I've got another crit and knit because I want more. Come on. Please focus on the things that I'm trying to show you. There we go. There. I've covered the entire frame. So another crit and knit, and this is the lockdown sock down pin. So I think I might put the lockdown sock down pin straight on my sock bag. This thing is getting heavy with all the pins on it. And then the other two will be put somewhere else. Yes. Yay. So that's Hannah from Broughton of Craft. I will reuse that. And then this big box is from my favourite stationery place, Cult Pens, who are based in Devon. And if you haven't used them before in the UK, I would suggest you do, because their service is amazing. I ordered these yesterday. Their service is amazing. They've got lots of packing peanuts, but they're not recyclable, I don't think. No, these are normal ones. Their service is amazing. They're really nice to deal with, and if you put my name in, or I will put a link down below, I get 10% off and you get 10% off, I think. Yes, I think if you're referred by a friend, you get 10% off your first order. And then I'll get a 10% off as well. So, right, okay, I'm going to need to... I'll be right back. Yes, so if you go, they've put in an actual thing about it. So I will put the details of the referral stuff down below, so that if you do want any more stationery, because I also enable for stationery. So yes, I ordered. My lovely kid has been using my Stabilo pens, both fine liners and Stabilo. Yes, Stabilo pens. Both my fine liners and my colouring pens. So, oh yay, good. So I've ordered some more. So I've ordered the thing I put away as a present for someone, so I don't want to show that. But obligatory sweets. There's always sweets. And then I bought I did buy them. Bubble wrap being saved. Always save the bubble wrap. Thank you. Okay. Second guessing myself on what I bought. Okay, so what I bought was, I actually went for Statler this time because they have kind of their own proper case. So this is the Statler fibre tip pen, and there's 20 of these. Yes, so this is the colouring pens basically. And then I bought the fine liners. Look at the pretty colours. And then I'm trying out, because they had a 3 for 2, so I thought I'd try out these dual tip brush markers. I just saw the word permanent and went, no, that's not what I wanted. But these are the non-toxic ones, so it's fine. So these are from Do Craft, and they've got a little fine liner tip and then a brush tip at the bottom of them. So I thought I'd try that. That's the Brights collection. And then in this bag is some extras that I got to try out different types of pens. So I got some sticky notes from Stabilo because I'm running out of my post-it ones. So these are plasticky rather than papery, I think. They're like page markers. Let's have a look. Oh, they're not as, that's annoying. They're not as they're a bit more flimsy, but they're not rigid, but they'll do. They're all right. Okay, so they can go straight in my thing. So this is Stalogy, I call them. Put that underneath because that can be used again. So those are page markers, so they're going straight in the pen pot. And then I got, so this is the Stabilo. So these are the pens that I had before, the Stabilo Pen 68, but they've come out with a brush tip. I don't know if you can see that. They've come out with a brush tip, so ooh, it's nice. But yeah, I got one to try out to see if I like it before the before I buy some more. And also mild liner, which is one of my favourite what's the word I'm looking for? Highlighter marker has got a dual tip. So you've got a mild liner brush, so you've got the fibre tip, the normal fibre tip, but also quite a large brush tip. Ooh, I like that. And this is in the smoky blue. Oh, and the fine liner it's a nice fine liner. So I like that colour. That's good. And then those were all the ones I also ordered a new mechanical pencil. This is the Uniball Kurutoga. The Kurutoga is fab because it's self-sharpening. So normal pencils or normal mechanical pencils, you are only writing it in one way so that the lead gets slanted in one way and then it breaks because you kind of get so sharp that then, yeah. Whereas the Kurutoga, every time you touch the paper, it rotates the lead slightly, so actually the lead ends up being a sharp point, a cylindrical point, I suppose. So it actually saves you the lead, which is nice. And this has got, I got the smoky grey one, and this has got the some spare leads in it as well, which is always good. So that will go. Yeah, it's a nice little mechanical pencil. I do like my pencils. I buy multiples. Like, I've got normal pencils and I love them, but I do go through them pretty quickly. Right. I think that's it. Later I'm going to try these out and maybe I will show you in a kind of stationery section. Does that sound good to everyone? Particularly these ones. But yeah, I'll keep these two new pens out as well, and we'll do a bit of a pen test, shall we? See if, I can try my angle down option. Yeah. Right. Shower. Hello. Right. I'm going to show you the colours. Flamingo pink, cerise, violet. And then I do have a white toner should I need it. Part of me is thinking I might do 4 colours and tone some of the violet. I'm not sure, but we'll work that out. I'll be back once I've sectioned my hair and worked out where I'm doing my strand test. What do we think? I think we're going to have some fun here. Right. I think I'm gonna wet most of my hair again, and then let's go again. Definitely stained scalp, but that's to be expected with bright coloured dyes. I do bloody love it though. It's insane, but I bloody love it. I don't know how much I can see of the purple. I don't think I put as much purple in it as I probably should have done, but. Right, we're going to go outside and I'm going to let this dry naturally. I do feel like there's still some dye in my hair. So I think I'll give it a wash before I go to bed tonight to try and get rid of some of the excess dye. Because pink hand. Right, we're going to go and play outside and I'm going to keep my dinosaur legs on with my dye t-shirt. Can't see her. There you go. Good morning. I'm on my phone because my camera's downstairs and I can't be bothered. I'm still loving the hair. It's in plaits. Look at that. So it is Sunday the 7th. Yes, 7th of March. I got given a lion this morning, which was lovely. I almost finished the socks. I didn't. I'll pop a picture of how far I got because I put it on Instagram. By the time I had switched off, I had a Zoom call with some local mummies, my local friends. Although that bit's annoying me. I might redo this plait. So vain. I think I was like 2.5 colours away from finishing and I just went, you know what? It's not worth making myself. Oh, I'm just scratching some leftover dye off my scalp. Nice. It's not worth it's not worth staying up and just making myself tired. So you want to see her. So yeah, I went to bed early-ish, 11. I think we switched off at 11, which is actually quite early for me. Not good for me, but early for me. Good morning. She's singing and eating. Yeah. Anyway, it is actually lunchtime, even though I'm saying good morning. Yeah, and then I got a lion and I've done a few more stripes. So I'm 1.5 colours from finishing, which means I'm almost at the rib. So I'm going to be joining in on a Zoom knit night. It's not because it's this afternoon, so hopefully I'll get them finished by then. And
You watching it?
yeah, we are. Hopefully get it finished by then, and then I can go back to things like my cardigan test and my temperature blanket, which has lain dormant for a week. So I need to catch up. I might actually just take that down with me. We are about to take Chris out to drop him off at the start of his run. He's going to do a 10-kilometre today. Slightly different route. He was doing, I think it was 6 kilometres the one before. And then come back. It is beautifully sunny outside. Sorry, my skin is shiny because I've just come out of the shower and put some cream on my face. My eczema, this is not to do with the hair dye, weirdly, but my eczema is starting to come back up on my neck and also on my cheeks, which it's never done before, weirdly. And I've got some dry patches on my forehead as well. I don't know whether that's stress or whether that's... We have a water softener on our house. and we're really bad at replacing the salt, so we cycle between hard and soft and hard and soft and hard and soft, which can't be good for my skin. So yeah, we need to get better at doing that. So I'm just looking at this pink fringe bit and just going, I love... This one is flamingo pink. This is cerise. I think that's cerise. And then the purple is somewhere else. The violet is... I can't find the violet. That's bad, isn't it? You're turning violet, Violet. Part of me wants to do violet all over next time because it's actually a really nice colour. Next time. We realised last night in the in my Zoom that actually what I was saying that I can't get to my hairdresser until after the 17th of May, that's not true. Hairdressers are allowed to open from the 12th of April. So I will still have pink hair when I see my hairdresser. Oh dear. Or maybe not. First, by the time I get an appointment, it will probably have faded. But this is making me more... There's some violet. There. This is making me more confident of doing the all over blonde thing and going blonde, not blonde, but like as much of my hair highlighted as possible next time, and then maybe by the winter going back to ridiculous colours, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I still love it though. And obviously I've got pink scalp, purple scalp, pink scalp, but first wash should deal with that. But yeah, I'll probably do first wash on Tuesday. Yes, I'll do first wash on Tuesday because then I can do it over the bath with cold-ish water rather than in the shower. And try not to dye myself pink and purple. That's not dye, that's eczema. Nice. Anyway, I've been talking to 5 minutes about utter drivel. You got a sandwich?
I got cheese and ham sandwich.
Wow, that's really yummy. Right, I'm going to go make myself some lunch. I've finished the sock. I've just been on a lovely Zoom with Sharon from SDR1TNO and Laura from The Lonely Knitter and Helen from Giddy Yarns and Paula from Stitch by Mrs. Oh my god, there's so many of us. It's been really nice. I'm trying to put my tripod down so that I'm not wiggling you about, but yes, I keep looking at my hair. I'm really sorry. I'm going to be one of those really annoying people that just keeps looking at their hair in the viewfinder because right, I'm going to go and spend time with my family. Good morning. We are walking back from the post office for a lunchtime stroll. This is our plan for while the small person is at school, is that we're going to try and get out for a walk at lunch.
Or the gym.
Or the gym.
Which is
He'll go for a run, I'll do something.
And then lunch.
And then having lunch together. Yeah, because that's a novelty that hasn't happened while we've been
Actually, I don't think we've ever done
homeschooling.
lunch together.
We have.
Not at work.
Yeah, all right. The hair is still pink. I've managed to
The
stain.
hair is still receding.
I've managed to stain the bed, the headboard on our bed, and nothing is like it. I've managed to get some of it off, but it's still pink. So I think that will just be a reminder forevermore of the time in lockdown 2021 that I went a really, really bright pink. So far, the reaction has been good. We'll see what happens on the school run later. Hello. So, the small person is home. I've just done pickup. I am currently knitting a dishcloth in, what do we call this? Pistachio? Avocado? Anyway, it's Mother's Day. Mother's Day present. Yes, I am prepping for D&D tonight. So it is Monday night, which means it is Crafty Dragons Day. And that means I am DMing tonight. Yeah, week 2. So I don't actually think I told you about week 1 because it was all a bit weird at the start of the week. So currently we are doing my Monday night group are doing an adventure called The Lost Miner Fandelver. And Fandelver is kind of a beginner's level adventure. It's in the starter kit that you can buy as a kind of ready to go kit if you wanted to. And I know one of my lovely adventuring group has got it, but she has not opened it, so she's not going to get spoiled. So we have a party of 7 within my Monday night group, which is quite a large group, particularly when you're doing this kind of starter set adventure. Excuse Chris, he's on a call at the back, in the background. But we're making it work. We've got many elves and half-elves, but we've got a wide range of classes. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with D&D, you'd pick a race, which can be human, elf, half-elf, Goliath, dragonborn. There's all sorts of different ones that you can be. Most of my lot are half-elves or elves. We have an Aarakocra. I got it right. Aarakocra and an Aasimar as well. So an Aarakocra is a bird humanoid being, head of an eagle basically, and can fly. And then an Aasimar is a kind of celestial being, looks like human but is celestial. But the rest are elves and half elves. But we've got, and then you have a class. So you've got your race, and then you've got your class, and your class is basically what you do. So you could be a druid, a ranger, bow and arrow, a paladin, which is a holy warrior. You could be a sorcerer, a bard. We've got a bard. Who else? Wizard, monk. We've got a monk, paladin. I've already said that. Can't remember all the other ones. Barbarian. We don't have any barbarians in our group. Anyway, so we've got 7 in our group, and we're doing The Lost Miner Fandelver. Now, if you don't want any spoilers, turn off for a bit, or tune out for a bit. But basically, Lost Miner Fandelver is an adventure where a group of travellers are helping a dwarf called Gundren Rockseeker to bring a cart load of things, and then adventure ensues. Now, the last week we did the first proper encounter, which was fighting 4 goblins, and then we almost lost our ranger. Our ranger got down to 4 hit points, which hit points is kind of your health in D&D. And then they went in search of the missing dwarf and his human companion, and we got to the mouth of the goblin cave basically last week. So tonight we are going. Well, they can decide, but I'm going to assume that they're going to go in to the Goblin Cave. So I'm just sorting all of that out. I need to log into my computer. So I've done the prep in terms of I know what we're going to be doing this week, but I now need to sort out all the online stuff. So because obviously we are playing online, because you can't see people at the moment, and also we are all over the UK. Normally, if you're playing D&D is what's called a tabletop RPG, so tabletop role-playing game. And normally what happens is that the DM, the Dungeon Master, the person who's in control, not really, the person who tells the story, or starts the story at least, will have some sort of visual aid on the table. And obviously we don't have that, so you have to do something online. So I play via Zoom, for this game anyway. I play via Skype for my Thursday night game, and we use 2 different things. We use basically a source website called D&D Beyond, dndbeyond.com, where you can have we roll digital dice on there. Everyone's got their character sheets, which tells them what their character can and can't do, and it's their strengths and weaknesses and things like that. And you can play digital dice through there, so you don't actually have to have a dice set for rolling your dice in person if you don't want to. I use my dice set as DM because I don't want all my rolls to be obvious to my players. And on there I can see everyone as DM, I can see everyone's character sheets, I can see their backstories, I can see all the information about them. And then I can also set up encounters, which basically is the fight scenes, pretty much. And that helps me keep track of all the people that they're fighting as well as them. then we use another kind of the visual aid is done through Roll20. I can't remember whether I think it's roll20.com. My computer's taking ages to log in. And Roll20 allows you to put maps up, basically. So I have visual aids for them so that they can see kind of where they are and what they can do. Now, you don't necessarily need that. It is a role-playing game. You don't have to have any visual aids if you don't want to. But I know I really prefer having visual aids so I can kind of understand where everyone is, and particularly with 7 people in our group, it's useful to know where everyone's positioned and if the healers need to be at certain points and all that kind of stuff. And yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to. Ooh, I've got problem reports. That's not good. Anyway, yes. So I have. Ooh, I just lit up because Google opened on that screen. So yeah, I have to set up my maps and make sure I've got all the goblins on there, ready for them to see. It should be an interesting one tonight. They're going to have lots of choices, so I'm going to have to they're going to keep me on my toes, I think is probably the right way of describing what's going to happen tonight. They are definitely keeping me on my toes tonight. Because they could decide to do one of like 5 things, and then I have to work out which page of the adventure book I'm on. Lost Mine of Fandelver is a book, so it is basically a story, and it tells you as the DM all the different things you can do and what happens in various rooms and dungeons and things like that. So that's really helpful that I've got something to work off of. But then, depending on what the adventurers decide to do, there might be that I need to. I'm just making sure she doesn't need anything. She's singing. It's fine. It might be that I need to do quite a lot of improv. Like last week, there was a trap that was a pit, a hidden pit, and the person who could have, whose perception could have spotted it beforehand, whose passive perception could have spotted it, wasn't at the front of the group, and she did spot it and pulled back the person in front of her. But I had to make them go over the pit because there's no way of going round the pit, and the person who could fly flew over, picked up a really light person and took him over as well, and that was fine. But everyone else had to work out how to get over there, and we hammed it up, and there was a bit of improv, and it was quite funny. And I'm a brand new DM, so there's going to be pauses, and there's going to be things like, I don't actually know if that's correct, but we're going with it anyway, type things. So yes, that's a potted history of what we did in D&D last week. So I'll try and I'm toying with the idea of doing a new series of kind of like a new DM diaries. There's multiples, I would assume, on YouTube, but I think it'd be quite interesting because we are different, I think, as a group. Mainly because 1, we're big. 2, we are all female, which I think is quite. D&D is historically quite a male thing, so it'd be interesting to see, like, because they're all female, what difference that makes. Like I'm the only female in my Thursday night group, and we definitely play differently. And we play differently, A, because everyone else is really experienced, apart from me and the newer guy. Everyone else has been playing for years, I believe. Steve definitely has, Jack definitely has, Chris definitely has. I'm not sure about Andy. Carl hasn't, but Carl's been playing longer than I have. No, I think Andy has been playing for a while. Anyway, and whereas everyone here is new, including the DM. So yeah, it might be quite an interesting one to let me know what you think, if you would want me to do like a separate, like it'd be like 15 minutes every week of recapping what we did, and maybe put some pictures up of the maps that we complete and things like that. Let me know, comments below, if that would be something you'd be interested to hear about. Because literally every knit and sip and stitch night I've been on recently, people have asked. So I don't know. I keep looking at my hair. I've just done the school run. And 2 people commented and everyone else just kind of stared silently. I am the weird mum. I'm the weird mum. Love it. Always like being different. Anyway, so I am going to get on with that and knit a couple more. I'm on the decreases now. This has basically been my green beard. This has been my my knitting for today. I was on a meeting this afternoon learning about our Access database from the person who created it, so that was helpful. Yes. Right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I'll see you later.